The cheat Tornado V2's customizability can be a little intimidating at first. There's literally so many options you can alter to make your cube feel like the perfect way you want it. So in today's video, I will be explaining all of them. So let's take off the center caps. So this is how the cube is adjusted at first. So first let's talk about which is the spring tensioning system and which is the normal axis distance. So this inner layer is the axis distance, which is basically how much your pieces can move in between the screws, like how much distance can they cover, or in general how much loose they are. And the outer circle is the spring tensioning system. This is how compressed the spring is, and the more compressed the spring, the stabler the cube feels. So now that the tensioning system is out of the way, let's start with the magnet adjusting. So as you can see, there are 4 adjustable magnets on each layer. So they are by default set to 3, and I will advise you to either set it to 3, or if you want it to be a little more controllable, set it to 4. 2 magnet stand 2 is not that recommended, even if you want your cube to feel faster, or for some reason you want to try out how that feels, you can. But my recommendation will be 3 or max to max 4. And you can change the magnet strength by selecting this screwdriver tip by removing the extension provided in the screwdriver. So I'll just tell you how to change your magnet strength. Insert it like this, and as you can see, there is a plus sign and a minus sign. So the plus sign indicates where the magnet strength is going to be stronger. Currently it is set at 3, which is the middle, and you can just put it inside and do this, and just turn the screwdriver where you want to do it. So currently it is set on 4 now, but because I want to set it on 3, I will just put it back to 3. So this is how you set up your magnets, and now I'll tell you how to set up your core. Now, as you may remember from my unboxing video, the corner cutting of this cube was not that great, and it is not that great now also. Now, as you may remember from my unboxing video, the corner cutting on this cube is not that great. So to fix that, we need to lower the tensions a bit. We can't make it higher than 2 because it will feel it just won't corner cut at all. So for that, we'll just select this tip, and then we'll just move the inner layer counterclockwise till it lands on 2. And now, as you can see, there is a little hole or a little slit in the core that determines what your spring tension is going to be. I'll explain that in a bit. So now, to change your spring tension, just move this, or put the screwdriver in here and move it clockwise, and then select the tension you want with using the slit provided here. So that means if I choose 1 near that slit, then my spring tension is going to be 1. But we want the spring tension higher so that the cube feels more stable. So I'll just move it to 4. As you can see, I have put it to 4. And as I said, the axis distance shouldn't be 2. Shouldn't be more than 2. So now let's do that on all the sides. Now as you can see, I've done it on all sides, and now I'll just put the center caps back on. And one thing, there are two ridges in the center caps, and there are two ridges in the I don't know if you can see this, but there are two ridges in the middle pieces. So when you are inserting them, make sure that these two ridges match up with these these two ridges in the middle pieces, so that the pieces do not break. And now I have put the center caps back on, and now we will just pick one of the edge pieces apart, and now we'll just disassemble the cube. So we'll start disassembling the cube, and you might want to put all the settings to 1 at the moment, so that it is easier for you to put them back. Now that the cube is disassembled, let's start with wiping the lube off. It comes with already installed lube, which is not that great if you want to customize it the way you want. So you might want to wipe the lube off. So one thing about this cube is you cannot completely disassemble this cube like you can many other cubes. So don't try to disassemble it completely, it will break. But you can lube the core from by applying the lube here on the screws. But that's about it. That might be a deal breaker for some people, but personally to me, I don't really care that much. Make sure you wipe off all the sections correctly. This might take some time, so do it when you are free. So now that the cube is clean, let's start with the reassembly. So now that the center caps are on, remember to put them in the right order, in the right sequence. And now I will apply my loop to the core, like to the screws, so that they don't wear out that quickly. It is recommended to put weight 5 lube, but I have weight 2 lube with me, so I'll just put that in. Hey everyone, Tanmay from the future here, and just a quick disclaimer, do not put the amount of lube I have shown in the video. It literally takes ages to break in, and it's been like 4 days now and still it is not completely broken in. I mean, it has completely broken in, but it just recently got broken in, and I thought that it might be good for to put a new disclaimer and new table, by the way, though it won't be that effective. So to put lube in your core, just do this to the just apply this to the screws. This might get a little messy, so you want to put a cloth below it. Now let's put the pieces back. Put everything back except one edge piece. And now what you want to do is take the lube again. Weight 5 is recommended, but I am using weight 2 because I don't have weight 5. And just apply lube on every crevice that you can find. And apply lube on the edge itself. And now put the piece back in. Now wipe the lube off your cube and off your hands first. Now that I have wiped off the lube, it's time to break in. It might require a few soils to break in, but it will. So I have broken in the loop. Now it will feel a lot better. So and now I'll do a couple of hundred solves and I'll just tell my experience with this cube. So as you might notice, the corner cutting becomes way more effortless and way more and does more than 45 degrees too. So I have done about 100 solves on this, 120 solves, and I'll have to say that this cube feels great after I set it up, and my average went down by average actually went down by 4 seconds, which seems a lot, but considering my average was 34 seconds, it isn't that it isn't that much. Though a 4-second average decrease is a lot, just because I upgraded my cube. My original cube was the Moyu Melong 3x3, which is not that good of a cube, but with that I had an average of 35, and with this I have an average of 29 seconds actually. So yeah, and I got my personal best, which is actually 23 seconds, and I'm very proud of that. So yeah, thanks for watching.